How many refills of Diet Coke or Coke Zero have you gone through at a dinner table before? Because mine has been at least 8.
8 refills? What is your favorite Coke product?
Diet
Coke Zero.
So we want to put them to the test, and in order to put them to the test, we're going to do some food pairings and see which one stacks up better against the other.
Sip first, popcorn first?
Let's go sip first. Oh, do you want to cheers?
Cheers.
Oh,
Do the cheers,
out.
yeah.
Cheat out.
How's the salt kind of playing along with the Diet Coke?
It's like, it's sweet enough that it kind of offsets the really salty popcorn.
Yeah.
It mellows everything out. You can eat probably too much of it because it's just
Because it's just
That's
like
true.
you just like
you're
a
not-
handful and just into the gullet kind of thing.
Cheers, yeah.
yeah, we're choosing again. Honestly.
Definitely different.
Oh my God, so superior.
Oh my gosh,
Oh my God, it's so much
I
better.
just could not disagree more.
I want to live
This-
in this soda.
This feels like regular Coke to me.
Yeah, as it should.
What would you say is the difference between the Coke Zero with the popcorn and the Diet Coke with the popcorn?
Coke Zero has like more of a fizz to it. It's like
It's a little tingly.
yes, exactly. It's like it's got a little of the like it's like fireworks. It's like a sparkle. It's got zazz, and like Coke or Diet Coke is just like it's fine. It's fine. It
Diet
tastes
Coke-
like Diet Coke.
That's true. It does taste like
It
Diet
tastes
Coke.
like Diet Coke.
The superior beverage. But Diet Coke has more like where Coke Zero has that fizz to it. Diet Coke has a bite. It's got like a punch to it.
See, I don't see the bite. I think it's a little too. It's like a little sweeter, and I like it. I like like a punch a little bit, like a little fizz, and you get that with Coke Zero, and you don't get it as much with Diet Coke.
That's fair. Coke Zero definitely feels like the more traditional soda than Diet Coke.
Wow.
That doesn't mean it's better.
I don't know. It felt disrespectful. Can we cheers a hot wing?
Oh, that's like the only way to have a hot wing.
Yeah, you have to cheers a hot wing. This is a good wing. I have to can we palm it?
I feel like I'm back at dinner.
Oh, it's so good.
It's very soothing after the wing. It's just like I can enjoy the flavor of the hot sauce while this Diet Coke just soothes me.
You're so right. Well, because the hot sauce, it starts to burn a little bit too much,
Yeah.
and then you have a sip of the soda, and it's just like, no, you're fine.
Fine.
You're fine.
Like the carbonation kind of plays off the spice a little bit better.
It does, and it's like this is where I prefer the Diet Coke or the Coke Zero, but the Diet Coke has it's a little bit sweeter, and so
It cuts through the hot sauce.
the hot sauce.
It does. It is a good wing.
It is. The Coke is even making me, less anxious about eating a hot wing on camera.
All right, here we go.
Coke
Cheers.
Zero, the drink of bullies.
I think Diet Coke goes better with it. This feels. I need another bite of it.
Am I allowed to change my mind? Am I allowed to?
Nope, you said Diet Coke.
Or
You said
Coke Zero? This may be the only time that I
Choose Diet Coke.
Diet Coke might be better.
Okay, so what's
It's
the
like
difference?
because this is fizzier and it's got more of a bite. It's just really like an attack on my tongue,
Yeah.
and it is a lot of it's a sensory overload thing. And I think that you need the Diet Coke, the mellowness of the Diet Coke with the hot wings is it's just a different experience.
I agree. I think the sweetness of Coke Zero is it's its own flavor next to the hot wings rather than working with the hot sauce in the wings.
Yes.
So it's like having two separate things rather than something that works as one.
I just keep coming back to the fizz, okay? Because that's
Fizz
the
is
key.
super
It's the key to the difference between the Coke Zero and the Diet Coke. Coke Zero has more fizz.
I don't know. Diet
think
Coke historically has a ton of fizz. You have to be patient. You have to earn a Diet Coke. To pour it well, it's like pouring a glass of wine in an intelligent, informed way. You know what I mean? You have to know.
Please tell me more about
Okay, I know
this.
nothing about pouring wine, but when you pour Diet Coke, you need to do it at least a third to a half, I would say. Let the fizz go down, and then you pour the rest of it. and then you let the fizz go down again, and then you top it off.
Now,
but if you pour it all the
is
way
this-
over, you're gonna have an overflow of fizz.
Is
Is
this
this
a
your-
thing that you learn when you're from Atlanta?
I just kind of want to know if this is your personal secret, or is this like just a Coke kind of
I didn't make up
technique.
this method. It's just the like smart way to do it
I
because
had no
otherwise
idea.
the fizz comes so fast. It's just gonna overflow, and then once the fizz breaks down, it's gonna be half of a cup filled with Coke. The worst is when you go to a restaurant like a fast food place and they do it for you.
Oh, and they just
but
let
they
it-
don't know that the fizz is half of what you just paid for, and then you get a Coke, a medium Diet Coke or whatever, and it's really small, and you paid for a medium.
Jesse,
I'm
I
here doing the
can't
people's
keep
work.
up with you. it's like you're playing chess and I'm playing checkers. In it too. Oh no, I lost the ice cream.
Ooh, that is good. That is really, really good.
Oh my god.
This is,
Oh, what's happening? Like
Okay. This is why you need the Coke Zero, because it doesn't have the sweetness, and the vanilla ice cream is like the perfect amount. It's like still got a little bit of the like Coke kick to it, but it's like
I agree.
like,
I mean,
where are you going? Where are you going right
I'm
now?
like
Kate?
on a journey.
Yeah,
I'm like really on a.
take us on this journey that you're
I'm
going
like
through
watching
right
a
now.
baseball game, and like maybe it's a little bit too hot, but like it's fine, and it's like
We
it's like a
got this Coke
carnival.
float.
We got a Coke float.
And what could be better?
Like we're winning, and it's an afternoon game. That's how I feel. That's where I'm at. This is Americana and a glass,
I
you
feel
know.
like I need to sip it too.
Yeah.
Is that acceptable?
Oh, there is no wrong technique.
Oh, that's good. That's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
It just works together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unlike with the wings, it's not two separate flavors. These are definitely working.
exactly. I feel like what we're learning right now is that while we have preferences, there are certain aspects.
Certain foods.
Yeah, there's certain foods that they pair best with.
One of my favorite parts of Coke floats is when the ice cream gets a little icy, and you get those little ice bits. It's
Oh, the
so
ice
good.
bits.
It's like a
Ooh.
And
different.
it's like crunchy.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh wait, we're gonna
Exactly.
eat the whole one, and we still have to eat the other one.
Oh yeah.
I'm waiting for a
We got-
problem in that
We need a
statement.
yeah.
Cheers anyway, though.
Cheers.
Ooh, I got a big bite. I gotta say, Coke Zero goes better.
Coke Zero is better
It
for it.
does.
Oh.
This is not bad, but
Okay.
it
It's
is.
not bad because it's ice cream.
It's ice cream and
Coke.
soda.
Yeah, so like it's not
It's
bad.
fine.
It's not
But
bad.
yeah, the
Well, so what's the difference?
It's like it makes the Diet Coke taste a little tangy. It's like
Interesting.
the absence of the overt sugar in Diet Coke is more clear when you're eating it with ice cream. So
Yeah.
it's not like Diet Coke. I feel like is wonderful because it always goes down so smooth, and you can drink however much of it you really want and however much you say is okay. But in this case, that smoothness of it is just in direct conflict with the ice cream.
What are your overall kind of impressions about, like your final verdict at this point?
I mean, so with the popcorn, absolutely Diet Coke. It takes me back to those football days, watching the game, going to movies, all that great memories. With the wings, I think we established that the Diet Coke goes better with the wings because it acts as kind of a counter. It soothes it rather than being a completely separate flavor profile. But with the Coke floats, I mean, Coke Zero, it really took me by surprise. It was much better. And that sweetness, it just really pairs well.
I'd have to agree that I think if we're going like, if popcorn is your baseline, I still have to stick with my old standard
Zero.
Coke
That's
Zero. But again, yeah, I think that it's too much kick with a hot wing.
Yeah.
The Coke Zero does not do it. But then when you have with the sweetness of the Diet Coke, I think it's like having a glaze on a hot wing. Yeah. That's what it is.
It's the perfect chaser to,
Yes.
to a wing.
Yes. If you're doing shooters of hot wings, you want to follow it. You want to chase it with a Diet Coke. And then for a Coke float, I'm gonna go Coke Zero every time.
I agree.
And I think this has been a really beautiful experience.
I think it really brought you guys. I think it really brought you ladies together. I feel like you're just like very close now and bonded.
We are.
You're
I mean,
bonded
we
by
shared a whole
Coke.
meal.
Yeah.
We did share a whole
Two
meal.
different beverages.
Ah.
Yeah, we made some great conclusions together, I would say.
I forgot how much I love Coke Zero.
I know, me too.
I love Coke
As soon as
Zero.
it touched my lips, I was like, ooh, the elixir of life.
Wow, Coke Zero is good.